Hello, and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. You can see XRP has started pumping again today, about the same time as the last couple of days. It's usually like late in the afternoon when Asia wakes up. It is an Asian-dominated pump, and it's mainly Korea this time. The way I know that is Upbit actually jumped from like number 10 or below to the number 2 exchange for XRP, and it's XRP KRW. The BitThumb has also jumped up in ranking as well the last couple of days. And it's actually pretty apparent that these two exchanges are pumping the price of XRP, because whenever these prices generally go up in volume, that's when XRP jumps. It jumps at specific times of the day, which coincides perfectly with when mainly Upbit increases or decreases in value. So Upbit, just like half an hour ago or like 45 minutes ago, was at like 330 million. Now it's at 417 million. None of the other exchanges have come even close to that kind of volume pump within the last 45 minutes or so. So Upbit is again pumping the price right now of XRP and pumping volume into XRP. So this is what you want to keep track of. If you're interested, if you're looking to take profits, when do you take profits? This is something that you want to keep track of, because when Upbit stops gaining in volume each day and reverses, that's when prices tend to even out. We've actually seen this both in December of 2017 and November of last year. November of last year, BitBank was a huge thing in this as well. It was November of 2017, what everyone thought, like, it's going to the moon, blah, blah, blah. Because it maintained and even increased the price during a time where Bitcoin was actually retreating at that time because of the hash war. I think it would have gone up to a much higher price than 50 cents during November had Bitcoin not been dying at that time. But once all those rumors and stuff actually subsided, it started dropping. Mainly, it didn't really start dropping because the rumors subsided. It basically dropped because Japan and Korea stopped pumping. This time it's pretty much only Korea, especially in terms of Upbit. So you want to keep track of this volume. Once Upbit starts falling in rank in terms of the exchange markets, that's probably when we might actually see a retrace, or at least we will see a stoppage in the pumping. You can see BitThumb is still a little bit higher in price than most other exchanges. It had about a 1 penny premium over other exchanges, and Upbit actually had that too, up until sometime around like after the pump yesterday. Then they retreated in price to be in line with everything else. BitThumb actually just started getting closer than price today. So right now it is Upbit and BitThumb pumping, and the real question is, like, if you're watching this, like, when do you actually take profits? Obviously, I'm going to hold until $50 has never been the right answer for that. It wasn't the correct answer in 2017. It wasn't the correct answer in November 2018, and it's still not the correct answer now, because it's most likely not going to like $10 or $50 during this one pump. I'm basically day trading in and out of Bitcoin when it comes to XRP. I'm actually basically trading in and out of Bitcoin when it comes to XRP. So I'm actually waiting for it to drop below 5,000 Satoshi again, which I actually believe there's a good chance that it actually will. If you're trading in, actually, like, I've always been against trading in and out of Tether or USD because I believe the overall direction of the crypto market's been up for like the last several months. So I'm actually against that. I've only traded in and out of BTC. Luckily, I actually traded my XRP into VET a couple of days ago, and VET's actually been doing very, very well as well. So I have almost even if I actually shuffled back to XRP. But generally, basically, Upbit is the tracker that you actually want to track on the Korean exchange. And basically, when and how much XRP pumps is dependent. It's basically almost a direct one-to-one correlation right now on what the volume of how the volume of Upbit moves. Like I said, Upbit's volume moved. It got a plus 75 million in the last 45 minutes, and that's why XRP has actually jumped up, 2 cents in the last 45 minutes. Usually this pump lasts about an hour or two each day. It's happened somewhere like today. It's almost 8 a.m. Korean time. Yesterday it happened around 8, 9 a.m. Korean time. And the day before it happened a little later, around 9, 10 p.m. Korean time. So it does happen around the same time period when Asia wakes up, meaning it is an Asian-led pump. And how much it pumps is entirely dependent on Upbit. Like Upbit's volume is much lower than it was yesterday, but it did suddenly jump again during the last hour, like I said, and that's why you have this sudden surge in XRP price. There is, I don't really know how much usage there is actually in XRapid right now. I think the volumes are actually very small. I think Mercury FX is still the only one that's actually using XRapid, so that really shouldn't be a factor. But Upbit going from like number 15 to number 2 in the last few days, that's the concentration of where the pump is actually coming from. Upbit, I don't really know why, is actually a little lower in price than the other exchanges right now. It was higher in price yesterday. BitThumb is basically around the same as other exchanges in price today. It was like a penny or two higher yesterday. So the prices are coming more back in line with the rest of everyone else. I'm not exactly sure how many days this pump will actually continue or hold on, but if you're actually looking to take profits, I guess taking them anytime is fine. But if you're really looking at Bitcoin ratio, the Bitcoin ratio, when Bitcoin actually bottomed for XRP, it was like over 10,000, and right now it's just above 5,000. So I would say like you should look towards, I think, kind of like a maximum price of like 70, 80 cents before you start actually taking, before you can actually really think about taking some profits. I think I've heard that's where a lot of people day cost averages. If you're day trading, these swings are fine. If you keep track of Upbit, you can probably make a pretty good swing trade regardless of which way you do. There's a lot of volatility in XRP right now, at least compared to before, and that's actually a lot of chances to make actual swing trading profit. But usually, generally, when this actually starts pumping, it usually lasts for about 2 to 3 hours. And then after that, it starts to have a small bit of retrace before evening out again. So keep an eye on the Upbit volume, because that's going to be your main tracker for when XRP pumps and when it actually evens out. When it will start to retrace is a mystery to everyone. I'm going to guess, like, when Upbit falls, below number 5 in rank or number 6 in rank, that's when the price will actually start retracing. Technically, it shouldn't retrace at all because it's still massively underperforming Bitcoin on the year. If you just look at the Satoshi, if you look at the Satoshi ratio and other things, remember XRP and Ethereum were basically equal in market cap at the beginning of the year, and even Ethereum has underperformed Bitcoin. So if XRP is catching up to Bitcoin, it still has a long way to catch up. It actually does need to be about 60, 70 cents to even catch up to Bitcoin. And at that point, if we're still pumping at that point, you might actually think about taking some profits and waiting for a retrace, unless you're just like day trading or swing trading, in which case you would actually look for the point each day where Upbit actually breaks its upgoing volume. So that is the news for today. Look for 70 or 80 cents right now, because that would actually bring it in line with Bitcoin ratio back towards Q1 of this quarter, and look for it to actually pass Ethereum before you can really think of XRP pump or XRP actually outperforming other alts, because it's still very much behind right now. And that's actually good news, because that means it has a lot more room to grow before it actually hits a ceiling again. So that is the news for today. Check out the Twitter. It's in my description. Also, like and subscribe and share this on social media if you like my content. Thank you and have a nice day.